Have you ever been in a situation where doing what's right meant standing alone? Today's Bible story is about three young men who refused to bow to pressure, even if it cost them their lives. Their story shows us what it means to stand firm in faith, even in the fire. The story, Daniel 3 verses 1 to 30. In the land of Babylon, far from their homeland, three young men named Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego lived as exiles. They were Israelites, captive from Jerusalem, but they had found favor with King Nebuchadnezzar. They served in his royal administration and were known for their wisdom, discipline, and integrity. But one day, everything changed. King Nebuchadnezzar had an enormous statue made, a golden image 90 feet tall and 9 feet wide, set up in the plain of Dura. It was a sight to behold. Gleaming in the sunlight, it represented his power, his pride, and his ambition to rule not just people's bodies, but their hearts. Then a decree went out across the kingdom. People of all nations, races, and languages, when you hear the sound of the horn, flute, zither, lyre, harp, pipes, and all kinds of music, you must fall down and worship the golden image that King Nebuchadnezzar has set up. Whoever does not fall down and worship will immediately be thrown into a blazing furnace. The music played, the people bowed, but three figures remained standing, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Word spread quickly, and soon jealous officials reported them to the king. "O king, didn't you say that anyone who refuses to bow should be thrown into the fire?" These Jews, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, disobeyed you. They refused to serve your gods or worship your golden image. Nebuchadnezzar was furious. His face burned with rage. "Is it true?" he thundered. "Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, I'll give you one more chance. When the music plays, bow to the image. But if you don't, I will throw you into the blazing furnace. And then, what God can rescue you from my hand?" The room fell silent. Then came the reply, calm, clear, and unwavering. "O Nebuchadnezzar, we do not need to defend ourselves before you. If we are thrown into the fire, the God we serve is able to deliver us, and he will deliver us from your hand. But even if he does not, we want you to know, O king, that we will not serve your gods or worship the image you have set up." Even if he does not, it was defiance not rooted in arrogance, but in faith. Faith that trusts God not only for rescue, but for sovereignty. The king exploded. His face twisted with fury. He ordered the furnace to be heated 7 times hotter than usual, so hot that even the soldiers who threw them in were consumed by the flames. Bound in ropes, the three were thrown into the fire. But what happened next left everyone in shock. The king leaned forward. His eyes widened. His voice trembled. "Weren't there 3 men we tied up and threw into the fire?" "Yes, your majesty." "But look, I see 4 men walking freely in the fire, unharmed, and the 4th looks like a son of the gods." The fire had not harmed them. Their clothes were not scorched. They didn't even smell of smoke. Only the ropes had burned. Nebuchadnezzar ran to the entrance of the furnace. "Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, servants of the Most High God, come out." And they walked out, unburned, untouched, unbroken. In that moment, the proud king of Babylon became a witness to the power of the one true God. He declared, "Praise be to the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who sent his angel and rescued his servants." They trusted in him and defied the king's command, willing to give up their lives rather than serve or worship any god but their own. Therefore, I decree, anyone who speaks against their God shall be punished, for no other God can save in this way. And the 3 men, they were promoted in Babylon, honored not because they bowed, but because they stood firm. Lessons from the fire. 1. Faith that stands alone. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego didn't wait to see what others would do. They didn't look around to see if it was safe. Their faith was not groupthink, it was personal conviction. 2. Faith that doesn't bargain. They didn't say, "We'll worship God if he rescues us." They said, "Even if he doesn't, we still won't bow." That's faith with depth, faith that trusts God's will over our wishes. 3. Faith that walks through fire. God didn't save them from the fire. He saved them in the fire. Sometimes God doesn't take away the trial. He joins you in it. And his presence in the fire is better than comfort outside it. So what about you? Are there moments where you're tempted to bow, to peer pressure, to compromise, to fear? The story of the fiery furnace reminds us, the world may demand your worship, but only God deserves it. Stand firm, even if it costs you, even if you feel alone. Because when you stand for God, you're never standing alone.